I got caught giggling myself. Really, I was,
Like,
don't come in. Don't come
you
in
got
here.
like shift tab to like RedTube. Just like, no, I was.
Don't you knock?
I wasn't Googling myself. I was watching porn.
It's the Unemployment Show with Dave English. Joining Dave tonight from the Shadow Lounge, Justin Strong.
According to Facebook, I'm married.
Yeah.
Local artist, puppeteer, and former curator of the Tom Museum, Tom Sarver.
I am unemployed and I'm waiting for a call.
Pittsburgh City Councilman Bill Peduto.
You're known as a smart politician, which I think that that deviates from the norm.
And musical guest, We Are the Dead.
Never gonna let the man get you down, oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, his recent trip to the neurologist confirmed he may be able to kill you with his mind. Would you please welcome Dave English!
The owner, the visionary of the Shadow Lounge, Ava Lounge. We'll talk about what else. Justin Strong. What primarily has surprised you? What have you had to concede? Or how close is that original vision to what it is now?
Honestly, the paint on the back wall, I did not see it exactly as exotic honey. The Shadow Lounge the idea started out as a tea lounge. And we actually set up a fake student organization at Pitt called the University of Pittsburgh Tea Club. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I was like, how much tea are people really going to drink?
How are we gonna balance that? What's the profit margin on tea?
You're sick. You really don't drink tea. I worked at Craig Street Coffee Shop. As my cousin Evan Frazier told me, like, mess with someone else's money before you mess with your own. And I always say this to people: it's like Pittsburgh's not a consumer-ready market. Because you're not gonna walk out your house and everything that you want or desire is gonna come to you. But for the creative type, for the entrepreneur type, there's like a gold mine. You can do like the silliest thing in the world, like you can serve waffles and only be open 4 hours a week.
And it'll fly, right?
Yeah. But it's opportunity. And I always say you can't segregate opportunity. So, when people bring up gentrification, you know, they talk about what's happening in this area. And I'm like, dude, Highland Building's been empty for over 30 years. If you stacked 5 Starbucks on top of 5 Gaps, I would be happy. Like, you can't get mad if someone does something.
I can drink coffee, but I can't fit into a damn thing at the Gap.
If we know that's what's going to happen, and it's a 5, 10, 15-year process, and you can look around any city you're in, and you can identify those neighborhoods that are on the fringe, then wouldn't it be smart to go ahead of that? What we're doing with Get Larmer is talking about, all right, well, you buy these properties, but what if you offer shares and open up just like any corporation, but then allow the existing population to buy into these shares like an investment club, where it may be only $50 a month, but you have this person that's lived there for 20 years, they may be on Section 8, they may just rent, but they don't own anything, but now they actually do own something.
Tom Museum, Art Olympics, Black Sheep Puppet Festival, puppeteer, puppet maker, a puppet.
Thought a little Steelers gift would be appropriate.
Yes. Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Keep this away from Ben Roethlisberger, who's trying to stick his dick in it. You and I, what we have in common, and the way we met is our interest in puppetry.
Yes.
I've recently found out through my West Penn Neurology Center and that I have some sort of neurological condition and issue, and I'm on medicine now. What's your excuse for playing with puppets?
It's odd sometimes, especially when you're out with like a group of relatives and one of the relatives is trying to explain what you do to somebody else before you get the chance to do it. And they're like, well, that's Tommy and he does this thing.
I sometimes wonder how close I am to that sort of, for myself, I'm calling it like a potential burnout point. I think I have a lot of steam left, but I also wasn't expecting to have a you know, a seizure a couple weeks ago and hit my head on the asphalt, pee my pants in front of everybody at the farmer's market. That was a whole thing. So that makes you doubt, like, how much puppeting and shit can I actually handle?
I'm thinking of maybe exploring some new hobbies or something, like tennis or, you know, doing some auto repair or something like that. I don't know. Maybe something with bingo.
Bingo is huge in Pittsburgh with all these geriatrics. They'd bingo the shit out of you. City Councilman Bill Peduto. So do you think this whole sort of politics phase you're in now is going to turn into something for you?
I really, you know, I kind of had hope earlier. This was during the Perper-Edberg fight. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but there were actually two coroners that were fighting each other over who was the coroner of Allegheny County at the time, and they got into a slapping fist fight. Dr. Perper and Dr. Edberg. And then in the hallway, they started slapping each other.
Better hair. You or Patrick Dowd?
Oh, Dowd. Are you kidding me?
You gave it to Dowd?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah. Mine's starting to, like, lose it a little bit. His is, like, you could, like, host a family dinner on it. Jesus just walked by.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, it's good to know people, right?
He's conservative Republican.
I lost that a long time ago.
Island building.
Love that building. And if you think about Warhol's factory,
the
whole idea of creating something, all those young people that don't get a job when they graduate, if you were to give them a place where they could have an office and let them work together like in the factory, you have a software package, I can do the advertising, they can do the law work, and they would work out of that building. I think you'd create a lot of interesting new companies.
Let's bring up the music people. Are they still sober enough? Are any of you employed?
I just got a job yesterday.
You did?
After 5 months of unemployment.
Captain tomorrow and We Are the Dead gonna play Lawless Crowd. Rock it. So I want to say thank you very much to all of my guests, to Bill Peduto, Justin Strong, Tom Sarver, We Are the Dead, Audio Dong. Thank you, Audio Dong. And thanks to the audience and the waffle shop and anybody else who would be offended if I didn't thank them.